actually going to move this over here, if that's okay. All right. So the first thing and the big news is we've got Artifact has finally allowing forging of their Air Force Ones. So I want to play you this video. I'm going to play it with sound because
Ooh.
it's cool. And this is a billboard, and this is legit.
Oh,
And I think it's just so freaking cool, showing all the different Air Force Ones. I'm gonna actually make it bigger over here.
I cannot wait till this is the new normal. That is
Yeah,
so
bro.
sick.
I mean, this is the benefit of having a brand like Nike, you know, behind it. They've got the advertising experience. They've got the billboard space. They've got the guys who can do this sort of 3D animation already. And that's honestly what I've always been saying. I mean, it's not like we've seen a huge increase in floor price, but I mean, look at the Murakami one. How cool
Yeah,
is it how they've done this?
dude, that is really really cool.
And there you've got your Clone X one showing your, I think that's the demon if I'm not mistaken. And that was their billboard that they did. Pretty cool,
Where
hey?
is that?
I'll tell you now. I did check it. I just want to do this, and the noise I want to stop. All right. Oh, it's not stopped. I'm going to exit full screen. All right. So this was in Shinjuku.
Is that Japan?
Shin, I think so, my bro. Somewhere in Asia for sure, but I think so. And then someone did ask them, "Is this really for viewing in Shinjuku?" And they said, "Yes, it is."
Wow.
And I highly doubt that a company like Nike would or RTFKT was acquired by Nike would lie about that. So I'm 100% sure that this was legit. And then what we've seen as well is we've seen OpenSea come out and they've actually made a specific page, almost like their drop page, even though these have already been dropped,
Yeah.
which I thought was really quite cool. So they're showing you all the different sneakers that you can get, your Air Force Ones. The forging started a week ago. It's going all the way until the 8th of May. So I'm still eyeing potential entries. What's nice now is these are the physical shoes instead of being the digital versions of the shoes. What I mean by that is you were for so long looking at images that were just renders of the shoes, not the actual shoes. These are pictures of the actual shoe, and they are slightly different. I mean, you know, so I mean, the Murakami ones are so sick, but it does give you a much better idea of what you're getting. The Angel ones I really like. These are them here. You can see there's actually transparent there, which I don't love because if you got to wear white socks in order to do it. This is the demon over here with the special leather.
Those are sweet. Ooh, I like those too.
Yeah, I also like those. And there's not so many of these. Well, we're going to have a look at supply now. There's about 1,000. This was the one that I looked at with you last week, Kate,
Mm.
or the week before. And I said, look, for $4,000, someone is going to want to pay 10 once they come out. Don't love the cream color here. Maybe more for a girl. I don't know. But yeah, definitely cool. So they've done this whole page. Um, and then, you know, again, you're seeing Nike's marketing come out here
Yeah.
in full force, which is really, really cool. And they're showing off all the clothing together with the shoes. And this really for me is it makes me so bullish about the space. You know, I obviously am bullish about the space. I do this with you every week, and I'm invested in it. But this makes me really bullish because you know, a company like Nike is putting so much behind this. So here you see all the shoes being worn. I mean, they are so cool.
Yeah, those are pretty fire. Those are pretty fire. I love that. Yeah, anything IRL slash NFTs in the fashion world is going to be fun for me because there's just ample opportunity in the fashion world for people like us to snag there right in the middle and work with some of these companies. It is so cool, dude. And like, if you like, once they show up at your door that you have them and then you have the, I don't know, it's pretty much the only logical next step from where we were at, which was just collecting the JPEGs and then getting like, you know, PFP merch, which is pretty fucking terrible. Even compare that to like YouTuber merch. It's like levels below the quality of even YouTuber merch. So yeah, I don't know. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
speaking
that's
of
the nice thing about these brands is that you're getting Nike quality but limited editions, and I'm really bullish on this because it's a limited supply. You outside of NFTs, you have got sneakerheads, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of guys who collect sneakers, and it's the merging of two worlds. It's like when we saw Bored Ape Yacht Club with their Dookie Dash game, and we saw all the gamers come into that sort of space, how the merging of two worlds has got a huge power. And that's what you're going to be seeing here. Just imagine, Kate, like seriously try imagine this if you were a sneaker collector and you knew nothing about NFTs, and now your sneaker buddies are telling you about these, and you're like, oh my God, how could I have missed this? I need to learn about NFTs so that next time there's a drop like this where there's a limited of only 1,000 of these, I know how to get them. So it's bringing new people into the space who wouldn't be introduced to the space before. And I think it's just great. I really, really love it.
Well, so when I was in LA, I went to Aloe Yoga and Razorfish's event. Aloe Yoga is a massive, massive, massive wellness and health yoga brand, right? They're like fashion and wellness industry fashion. And they did a campaign with Razorfish, which is a marketing firm. And I told the CEO, or not the CEO, I forget what position she is. She's head of marketing and something else. She's really high up in Aloe Yoga. And I told her I was going to make a video, like a review video, because they have a metaverse experience within their company that they did last year. And it was crazy because like it was a hit. Like all their normal supporters were like down because they did it a certain way, which was a good way to do it, in my opinion. They did a normal drop like they always do. They said, okay, guys, like March 2nd, like mark your calendars, whatever it is, we're going to drop this collection as we always do. But if you want, you can also collect and claim your NFT once you buy the clothes. If not, there's no other way to get it. And all it did was introduce a little bit of extra ownership for those willing and for those wanting to try. And those who were willing claimed their NFT. And then later on, they dropped a little metaverse function. And people who had their NFT and claimed it successfully were able to participate. And that was also a hit. And to combine it that way is lit because it is exactly what you said. It makes you go, oh, I can't wait to not miss the next one and actually have ownership of it. Because all that happens is they get this extra little digital receipt that has a little bit more weight to it, and it's legit. And then they go, oh, if I have this, I also get access to this other digital thing. And, 5-10% of people will be interested in that. And that's just how it starts. That's how it starts. It starts slowly. And then Gymshark says, hold on a second. I saw them doing it. Everyone likes it. We should try it. And then Gymshark does it. And next thing you know, Alphaland does it. Alphalete does it. Next thing we see Raw Gear do it. And then it just starts to bleed into their companies. And that's exactly how I think it's going to happen for other companies.
Yeah. That's when the two worlds come together. And I mean, those of you on Spaces, we're watching a video here where every single one of these Air Forces have got a chip inside of them that you can connect to your phone. And then once you verify it, you also get the digital version of the same shoe. And there have been a lot of rumblings that they're going to be launching a move to earn, where if you sign up to it, the more steps you do with these shoes on, the more points you earn and things like that. So this is really just the beginning. But I mean, these are genuine Air Force Ones, and they're coming out, 1,000 at a time for some of them, 2,000. The Marakamis are up to 5,000. That's tiny. If you think about a normal Nike shoe, they produce hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of the same shoe. So yeah, I mean, this is just awesome. I'm really, really, really loving this.
Is the claim happening soon for this?
It's now. The claim is now until the 8th of May.
Should we
So
look at the
you can
price?
still. Yeah, so I was. I mean, the lowest one at the moment, as far as price goes, is the robot ones, these purple ones that you liked, and they're currently sitting at 0.255 ETH, which is just under $500. Last week, when we looked at them before the claim had started, they were at $400, and there's only 500 left that haven't been forged. Whereas last week there was about 1,200 in total before forging started. So I am keeping an eye until the 8th of May. I do want to snag at least one pair of these. I did have them and I had robots. I sold them at 0.35, and I had angels, which I sold at 0.45 when they ran about 3 weeks ago when Nike launched the lookbook showing all of the physical ones. So I'm waiting for, I think the best time, but I definitely am going to get a pair For sure. There's no doubt whatsoever. I'm just watching it carefully and seeing the right time to get a pair. And
Yeah,
I
would love
think
to
I'm
know
going to
what you
do the
guys think.
robots.
Yeah, would
I'm
love to
going
know
to
what
do
you
the
guys think.
robots because there's not that many robots. And there's only about 1,200. Whereas I prefer the look of the Marakamis, but there's 4,500 of those. So there's more of those. And they double the price. They like 0.5, 0.55.
Yeah, true. Guys, if you're in spaces right now, if you're appreciating us being out here on this Friday, dropping this show, if you guys are enjoying the conversation, if you guys are ready for more, smash that retweet button, hit the likes. We appreciate y'all being here. Same with YouTube. If you guys are here, hit that like button, subscribe to Philip's channel. We appreciate y'all every single fucking Friday, 12:30 p.m. PST. We talk about all the things. Hopefully, going to introduce some more trading talk in the streams just to get more used to that.
For sure. So just to give you a very brief rundown before we move on to Puma, of these, the Genesis ones, there's a total of 1,776. The Marakamis, there's a total of 4,182. The Human, which is the cream one, there's a total of 1,986. The robots, which are the cheapest ones, there's a total of 1,126. The demons, there's a total of 1,031. The angels, there's a total of 1,327. The reptiles, which are currently one of the more expensive ones, there's a total of 399. The undead, there's only 190.
Ooh, that's
The
nice.
Murakami DNA, there's 167. That's different to the Murakami drip, where there is those 4,000. And then you've got the most rare, which is the alien, and there's only 60 that will ever be made of the alien.
What are
And
they
if we
saying?
just go, they're about 5 ETH. I'll tell you exactly. Yeah, so the aliens are 4.6 Ethereum. The Murakami one's the one where there's only 100 or so. They are 4.3 ETH. Then the undead ones are at 1.23. The Murakami drip where there's 4,000, they at 0.519 ETH. The reptile, they're at 0.8. The angel, they're at 0.32. The demon, 0.32. The human, 0.3. The Genesis, 0.3. And the robot, 0.255. So that's where they're at the moment.
Damn, dude. How many y'all paying 4 or 5 ETH for some shoes? I actually don't mind the cream ones. I think the cream ones are kind of good.
Yeah, but they're not as rare as the robots. And the robots at the moment are the cheapest ones where they have just over 1,000 supply.
Yeah, but they're not. Those aren't that cool. I mean, they looked all right from that first photo you showed me, but then you like showed me them again, and I was like, those actually don't look that good.
I mean, in an ideal world, I wouldn't mind owning one of each of these. I'd actually, do you know what? In an ideal world, I'd actually like two of each. I would like one of each that I keep in a box, in a clear box behind me that I never ever touch, that are just there as collectibles. And then I'd like one of each to wear. Okay. That's what I would really, really like. So I'd
What kind of
probably have
shoes do
to
you wear?
invest. Huh?
What kind of shoes do you wear right now?
I do wear those. So to work I wear smart shoes. I wear Hush Puppies. I don't know if you've got that brand there, but they're a very comfortable brand.
Yeah.
Smart shoes. I wear those to work. But on the weekends, I've got a really nice collection of Nike and Puma and whatever. But not limited edition stuff like this. But like just nice looking Nikes. I've probably got 30 pairs of shoes that I wear.
Philip is dripped out, bro. Philip is dripped out, full dad mode with the Nikes. Let's fucking go.
Nikes, I've always been a bit of a sneakerhead, but I don't have any of the famous ones like the Jordans and the shit like that. Like I'd like to, but I've just never gotten into it. So I mean, in an ideal world, I would want two of each of these. It's not an ideal world. I'm not prepared to drop 40, 50 ETH on shoes. So in the end of the day, I've got to choose. And looking at it, I think Robot is the best investment at the moment because they're the cheapest price and they've got quite a low supply. So just as far as an investment goes, they are probably your best.
Yeah, not bad.
Not financial advice though.
I'm not a big shoe guy, so I wouldn't drop that much just for shoes. I like hoodies, like that's why I participated in Cold and Rain's drop because they have a hoodie drop coming that was AR infused and stuff like that. I'm down for that. I'm down for like glasses, necklaces, rings, watches. Like I'm down for those kind of things with the AR component. But shoes not as much. If you guys catch me out in the streets or if I'm at an NFT conference or something, you see me, I'm more than likely in slippers like these kind.
Okay, you've updated your slippers, hey? They're not the red pimpy ones anymore.
The Gucci slippers had to go retire. Unfortunately, I found a new
Okay,
pair.
so I've also changed my slippers.
Have you?
Yeah, they're similar to before. Let's do that. They're
Oh my
similar to
fucking god!
before,
My
but
dad has those,
they open at the back.
bro. Those are
They're
so
so
right.
comfortable. Sheepskin. Yeah, man, they're great.
Oh
And in summer they're cool, and in winter they're warm. So I love those. But yeah, man, I agree. I agree with John here. He's saying, on the secondary market, these shoes are going to really do well. I think so as well. I think there's a lot of people who collect sneakers who are not able to, don't know how to get NFTs and are waiting to buy them. So I do think would be a good investment for a flip as well,
Are we able to look at
which
the
is
chart at
great.
all, or no? Do
Sorry, I
you
didn't hear you.
do you want to look at the chart at all on that? On the one of the shoes, on any of the shoes?
Well, why don't you do that, Kate? Have a look on eBay, type in Air Force One RTKFTs and see if any are for sale yet,
No, I
and
was
at
talking
what
about on
price.
OpenSea.
No, so the physicals, you can't buy the physicals on OpenSea.
No, I know. I'm talking about the floor price. Did you want to look at the floor price of any of them, and look at
Yeah,
the
we looked at the floor price of all of them.
No, but like I know, but like the chart as far as like the last few days, like when a proper time to buy it would be. Like, is it too late now for people watching? Because we're talking about it. So like I was just saying for the people who are
No, I don't think so. The claim period is long, and they sort of holding steady. And I think if someone wants to get in, I'm waiting. As I said, I'm waiting a little bit. What I would be interested in, Kate, is if you can find them on eBay, bro, and let's see
okay, so
if
what do I
there's been
type
any
in?
sales.
RTFK.
Air Force One, any of them, it doesn't matter. Let's see if there's been any sales over there. While you're doing that, I'm going to move on to Puma.
No, there's none.
You know why there's none yet? Because they haven't been shipped yet. They're only going to be
Yeah.
shipped in a couple of months' time. But I do, that's why, I think that they're going to do really well because there's not going to be a huge supply and there's going to be a massive demand, I think. Not financial advice.
Maybe.
All right, so we've got 10K TF.